Welcome back to Art and Soul, the space where creativity meets humanity and where we explore what it means to feel deeply in a world that often asks us not to. Lately, I've been hearing something over and over again in conversations, on social media, in quiet, honest moments people don't usually share out loud. I just don't feel anything anymore. And honestly, I understand. We're living in a time where everything is constant. Information, emotion, crisis, beauty, all of it, all at once. You can scroll from heartbreak to outrage, to something funny to something devastating in less than a minute. It's overwhelming. So people adapt. They numb out. They desensitize. They shut down. They protect themselves the only way they know how. And over time, numbness starts to feel safer than feeling. But today, I want to offer a different perspective. Not ignoring how heavy the world can be, but reframing what it means to feel in the first place. What if feeling deeply isn't a weakness? What if it's actually one of the greatest gifts we have? Because here's the truth. The same world that overwhelms us is the same world that gives us breathtaking sunsets, unexpected kindness, music that hits you in the heart, and art that makes you stop and stare, and moments so beautiful they almost hurt. You can't selectively numb. When we shut down the pain, we also dim the joy. When we avoid grief, we miss wonder. When we protect ourselves from heartbreak, we also protect ourselves from connection. Feeling isn't the problem. It's the capacity. And that capacity, it's powerful. Think about any piece of art that has ever moved you. A painting, a song, a poem. It came from someone who chose to feel instead of turning away. They took the chaos of being alive and translated it into something meaningful. That's what art and soul is about. Not avoiding the world, but processing it, expressing it, transforming it. And you don't have to be a traditional artist to do that. Your life is your canvas, the way you love, the way you listen, the way you allow yourself to experience things fully. That's art. But there's another layer to this, because sometimes numbness isn't just something that happens to us. Sometimes it's something we participate in through distraction, through constant stimulation, through habits that help us not feel what's really there. And this isn't about judgment. We all cope in different ways. But it is worth asking, is this helping me live or helping me avoid? Because there is a different way to move through life. A way where you're fully present, where your senses are awake, where you're not dulling reality, but actually meeting it. And yes, that can feel intense. When you stop numbing out, everything sharpens. The beauty feels deeper. The discomfort feels closer. The truth becomes harder to ignore. But something else happens too. You gain clarity. You start to see the world as it is, not filtered, not muted. And you start to understand yourself more honestly. And maybe most importantly, you become more available to others. Because when you allow yourself to feel, you become more empathetic, more connected, more human. You can sit with someone in their pain, not trying to fix it, not running from it, but just being there. And that kind of presence, it's powerful, it's healing, it's cathartic in a way that numbing never could be. Because instead of pushing things down, you're allowing them to move through you. And that's where transformation begins. Not in avoidance, not in escape, but in presence, in acknowledgement, in going deep enough to understand what's underneath the surface. Now, this doesn't mean you have to feel everything all at once. This isn't about overwhelming yourself. It's about small moments of honesty, noticing what moves you, letting a feeling stay a little longer, choosing presence, even briefly, because that ability to feel, it's still there. It never left. And if you're someone who already feels everything, deeply, intensely, sometimes to the point where it feels like too much, hear this. There's nothing wrong with you. Your sensitivity is not a flaw. Your depth is not a burden. Your emotional range is not something you need to shrink. It's a gift, a powerful, beautiful, world-shaping gift. Yes, it needs care. Yes, it needs boundaries. Yes, it asks you to learn how to hold yourself through intensity. But it's not something to silence. It's something to honor. Because the world doesn't need more numbness. It needs more people who are willing to feel and then create, connect, and care because of it. People who turn emotion into art, pain into empathy, chaos into meaning. People who are awake to their lives. So today, I'll leave you with this. If you've been feeling numb, this is not your failure. It's a signal. And it might also be an invitation to come back. Gently, honestly, and at your own pace. To feel again. Not all at once, but in a way that's real. Because when you stop numbing out, you don't just feel more, you see more, you connect more, you become more alive. And from that place, you don't just experience the world more clearly, you help others feel less alone in it. This is Art and Soul, and the truth is, feeling deeply isn't the problem. It's the doorway to art, to connection, to meaning, to being fully, unapologetically alive. I'll see you in the next episode.